So here I am outside Dublin Zoo, and in a time like this, one of the greatest assets that we have are just behind that wall, and they're called wolves. When I was a child, I volunteered with another guy called Brian Moran to work in the birdhouse, and we used to work in the birdhouse. What we did was we went on a hop from school. We wouldn't listen to the teachers, so we worked in the birdhouse. But we used to have to get into the zoo next to the wolves. And next to the wolves was where we used to get in, and we always used to pass the wolves. So now that we're in the time of a pandemic, the only animals that are resistant to pandemics are carnivores. So them wolves that they have just over the gate there, what I suggest, I know you aren't going to listen, but don't say I do, is that you release the wolves into the park when the bodies get to be too much, yeah? Because you're not going to be able to deal with the bodies. And wolves never attack living humans when they have more than enough flesh. They won't go near you. They might walk past you and look at you, but they're not interested in you unless you're near the babies. So when the bodies start to get to be too much, all you do is let the wolves out. The wolves will clear them up, and they'll breed really quickly, and then they'll take out all the feral dogs as well. They won't breed with the feral dogs. So what they'll do is the dogs will eat the dead bodies, the wolves will eat the dead bodies, and then the wolves will kill off the dogs, you know. And then you'll just have a load of wolves running around the place. They won't go near the deer. They won't really be interested in the deer when they can get an easy meal, especially when the deer are fighting back. So what they'll do is a clean-up job. At one stage in Ireland in the past, there was more wolves than people, and that's the way the Lord cleans up the dead bodies when he uses carnivores, and they're immune. The wolves and all are immune to the stuff, the pandemics. They thrive on it, as a matter of fact. So we've become a pest, and we never call upon the Lord. Well, not we. The people running the country at the moment, they never call upon the Lord. So a lot of them is going to end up wolf food. They can pray to their heathen gods and go to their idols and all, but it's not going to help them. But what we have behind the fence there can help the clean-up operation, and wolves proliferate really fast when they have a lot of food. So basically, just over the fence there is wolves. So they should really start a wolf breeding project right now, but they're not going to. They never listen. Wolves will be easily brought in from abroad though. When the ships come in, then the Americans will bring them in and let them go, or something like that. Someone will listen. Someone will use their savvy, because the Irish are not very good at using their savvy. So now, in the time of the rising of the kings, they've attempted to overthrow the Lord's inheritance by giving them an elected queen. Not very wise, but wisdom under the rule of women is not one of Ireland's great things. So basically, the wolves are in there, yeah, and the wolves will eat up all the dead bodies, and then they'll eat up the dogs. Hello, Bella. And there's a dog there. Hello, doggy. So yeah, the wolves will eat up all the dead bodies, and then the feral dogs will be ate up by the wolves. Now you see, that was a dog there. He didn't bark at me because he knows I'm not a threat. Even though I'm standing against the tree, he just took a look at me, said hello, and went away. You know, animals are very good judges of character. So basically, all this could have been avoided if they were able to listen. And what amazes me about these lot is they have big ears. They do. when you look at them properly, you know they really have big ears, but they just don't like listening. So wolves, yeah, I love them.